Yeah. So I recently wrote this landing page for listicle landing page for duradry. So uh, obviously, like I've been doing, this is like the second landing page I tried. I designed and developed with AI, cloud for design for writing and general stuff, Manus for extracting the design system from the website. Just, I mean, the fonts and everything, the colors. I use Manus over 200 credits to like extract the whole design system as a document, and I use Lovable to develop the listicle landing page, as you can see, to develop. You know, so this was just all me. Uh, yeah. So what makes this the second? Like I said, this is the second listicle landing page I've done myself, and this I've written over nine since then, and the ninth one is better than the second one, which is this. So, but then you keep trying stuff until you perfect it. So, I'm just going to give you a walkthrough of why my thought process behind this particular landing page, basically. So, now reasons why 10,000 plus excessive sweaters are calling this three-step system life changing, right? Social proof, leaning on social proof, right? This is like the easiest landing page format to actually spin out because I'm just telling the cold traffic from the ad, a winning ad, that, okay, yeah, this is why, this is, these are now reasons why 10,000 people, social proof, excessive sweaters, ICP, the ideal customers, basically, are calling this three step system, which is the product, life changing. There's no way I am going to be an excessive sweater who have who has tried a lot of things, clicked on an ad, then came to this particular landing page and looked at this EU section and said, okay, I'm suffering from this and I'm seeing the headline saying nine reasons why 10,000 plus excessive sweaters are calling this three type system life changing. Okay, okay, let me read on. Or I might just decide to click on the CTA, try the three step system and save 37%. Then under the CTA, as having the dermatologist endorsed 60-day money back guarantee and the number and the ratings, basically. Very, very important to have all those trust strip under any CTA. So it's just make the CTA very, very appealing to click, right? Then we move on for the we have customer spotlight. You know, we take a testimonial. One of the most important testimonial actually talks about the problem and the solution and the transformation, and the image that is actually very contextual and just shows that, okay, yes, she's holding the product and she's happy and she's showing her armpit. Okay, I like this, right? While establishing credibility like this, right? So I went to a auto class to test this. My entire body was soaked. My armpits were bone dry. This is good news for someone who suffers from excessive sweating. So for this first time in 25 years, I bought the color t-shirt. This is the three step system 4,000 people are calling life changing and why it works when everything else fails. They are now sold or they are intrigued because I've established credibility, right? The customer, okay. Let me let me read on to understand why, right? So this is where we're going to brag about the brand and how the brand helps excessive sweaters solve their problem. So we're going to number one. This is the only system that attacks sweat from three angles at once, which is the only way this actually works. Right? The read it, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Well, this is making sense. This is making sense. This is just showing the unique mechanism of the we have established they are problem aware, they are probably solution aware, but they are not product aware. So this is why we lead with the USP, with the unique mechanism. Okay, why is this different from other things that they've tried? So it is the only system that attacks sweat from three angles all at once, which is the only way this actually works. Okay. Then they read the body of that first item of the listicle, and they're like, okay, this is making sense. Well, establishing trust, basically. So we obviously keep the 5-star reviews, 4.7-star reviews on each of the listicle items so that they remember that, okay, this product works, right? So they're not 5.0, they're not 5-star reviews. like 4.7, which is kind of fair. There no brand is perfect, right? There's no way you're going to have 10,000 reviews and all of them are 5.0. It's very, very, very rare. So this is just fair. So it's founded by someone who personally suffered from hyperhidrosis, which is a sweating related problem. So not a lab that never sweated through a shirt, right? So it shows that yes, if the founder is not just a dropshipper or someone who just wants to like um take advantage of the problem that excessive sweat has actually face basically. So it's founded that someone who actually suffer from this particular problem, then develop a solution and is also sharing the solution to other people, right? So very, very important. They don't even have to read the body of each listicle. The headline enough sells it already. So if you have to read, and that's good for glancers, right? Some people don't actually study landing pages. They just read the subheaders, they read the headers, and they read the CTAs pretty much. And they read and they scan. I won't say read, they scan. So we have to make sure the headers and subheaders actually make sense. So we go to the third one, is 4,000 reviews at 4.7 stars from people who have tried everything else. Very, very important. Self explanatory, right? They've tried every other things and they're like, okay, they gave this close to 5,000 people actually give this 4.7 stars on average. That makes sense. It's not perfect, but it's on the sweet spot of perfect, right? 4.7, right? Then dermatologists endorsed, not just dermatologist tested. So very, very self-explanatory. Very, very right. So it's just positioning the product as okay, yes, these people are solution aware. These people are problem aware. They are solution aware, but they are not product aware. So this time around, we're just bragging about the particular product, why it's going to help them, why it's the best for them, right? This is probably one of the best landing page copywriting I've ever done. This is probably one of the best because yeah, it's probably one of the best. So off post, which is a magazine or a press news, news publication, rated it 4.8 out of stars and called it one of the strongest deodorants vouched for by super sweaters. So if you this is one of the things I talk about whenever you're writing uh, landing page copywriting or copywriting generally. You do a lot of research. Spend a lot of time. I spend 60% of my time doing the research because that's where the copy is. We can't manufacture this, right? This is what the press wrote. So I checked online. I typed do I 3 step system, and I went on Google and I went to the news section and I was scrolling and I saw this and I'm like, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be perfect for a listicle. So and I used it here. Very, very important to have all this. You don't have to read the body. This just makes sense, right? They come down 95 to 90% naturally derived without sacrificing clinical strength. Very important to understand. That's about the ingredients, right? So this time around, we're going to talk about how much it costs per day, right? We're going to break down the cost. So it's $59 for 90 days, and just break the cost per 90 days. That's $0.66. It makes sense. The cost just makes sense to these people, right? Versus a $500 per Botox session, because that's one of the things people suffer from. I think one of the things people suffer from excessive sweating actually do surgery, Botox. So they're positioning the just making it okay. This investment just makes sense, right? So this is why I think this is the best, most this is the best listicle. This is the best piece of copy I've ever done. This is the best. It just makes sense, right? So there's obviously a 60-day unconditional full refund if you don't enjoy, if the product doesn't work on you. I mean, right? So 97% of customers see results in as little as 3 days. People care about okay, yes, okay, yeah, I've sold. I'm kind of sold, but I want to know when I can see results, right? It might not be immediate, but at least it must be soon and it must be lasting, it- right? So as soon as 3 days and it must be lasting. They don't have to keep suffering from the same product. So we have to reassure them. So this is very important to have that there. Then you come to customer testimonials, scrollable, right? And just go to the side, life changing. And like one thing is they might not even read the whole body of each testimonial. Life changing. Okay. Why is it life changing? They'll go on down and read why it's life changing. Right. So it's very important to extract the title of the testimonial, each testimonial, so that it's going to like attract them to read the body. Because if there's no header, for each testimonial. Probably be like, this is one thing I have to, and like I said, these people scan. They don't study landing pages, they don't study copy, they scan these things. So it's very important to make help them with whatever you have. So this one says after years of searching. Very, very important. I love this. Very, very important, right? Shocked. The only perspirant, antiperspirant that works for me. So very this is they are going to have objections because they've tried everything. These people have tried everything, so they are going to have objections. So it's very important to address the objections. So, isn't this just expensive certain douche is another product? Is it aluminium safe? You address it, you and give an answer to it. What if my skin is sensitive? It's very important objection. So you address it, not burying these objections or answering them in the FAQs. I don't believe in FAQs on landing pages because eventually they'll probably click on the city and go to the product page, and the FAQs are also there. But on landing pages, which are for cold traffic, they are not going to, unless you're directing your whole funnel to the PDP. That makes sense. But if you are using a landing page, I don't think you should have an FAQ. I don't really think you should have because I'm eventually going to see it. So, but that does not preclude you from actually answering the common objections, especially when you're selling a product like this. Because these people are going to have an objection. Supplements, products like skincare, they are going to have objections because they want to be sure this is not going to fuck with them, right? So you answer them. So they're like, okay, if they read this on their computer, they can just click on try do I do and come to the buy box. The buy box is very, very important. Like, this is the last antiperspirant system you need. Like I said before, these people have probably tried everything. They're suffering from this problem and they've probably tried everything. So the headline does make sense. So we are going to we are reassuring them, even while giving them a guarantee that this is the last antiperspirant system they will need. So this that was included, this that to cut, right? Subscribe and save additional 50. Yeah. Uh, this is yeah, getting an FAQ here. So the reason why I have an FAQ, like I said, this is the second landing page I've written with AI. So I had the thought that we don't actually need FAQs on landing pages around the night landing page I wrote. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not going to change. I keep learning stuff as I go, right? Even the night when I wrote it's not perfect, but I'm still going to learn something else. So let's just have this FAQ here because I mean, in retrospect, I probably won't have it there, right? So very, very important. Then the sticky CTA stays. It's very important to have the sticky CTA no matter where. I mean, they can come here and click on CTA, they'll go to the buy box, right? Or they can just read the first listicle item and just click on the CTA instead of looking for the CTA. Some don't have to read the whole thing. Some just read one or two and click on the CTA. So it just helps that okay, yes, no matter where they go, no matter how long the copy is, right? They're gonna see the CTA and they can click. They don't have to read the whole thing. So thank you very much for listening.